Manchester City have been suffering with some serious inconsistencies this season, much like any other team in the league, to be honest. But I just feel like for a side that everybody is expecting to be challenging Arsenal for the title, it's just been disappointing a lot of times this season. So I want to take some time to talk about what I think our problems have been, because I genuinely think it keeps happening and we need to talk about it. There's a clear trend I've been noticing since the start of the season. This is not the Manchester City that we've all come to know over the past few years. And what I mean by that is very simple. We've been known for killing off games. We'll score our goals and then maintain control of the game and see it out in a very professional way. That has been our identity for the past few years now. But right now, we're watching a Manchester City side that is clearly in a transitional period with a very different team as well. And we're struggling to do those two things that were once elite at doing. Scoring to kill games early on and then maintaining control once we're ahead. So it's simple. The control that we once had on and off the ball just isn't as consistent anymore, and that's why I feel like we are suffering. And I want to be clear about something. I don't think it's about one specific player. I really don't. I think the issue is that we're just not as strong collectively as a team, both on and off the ball, and that's why you see us play a really good first half, then come out in the second half looking like a completely different team. This Spurs game now is a perfect example of what I'm trying to say. In the first half, Spurs honestly looked like they did not want to play football at all. Their mentality was low, their intensity was low, and they clearly were not in the game. That allowed us to dominate them in every phase of the game. Off the ball low, on the ball low, tactically, mentally. We honestly made them look terrible. I can't even lie. But then the second half comes and everything just changes. They make a total U-turn. Their mentality goes up and they just look like they wanted it more. Thomas Frank makes some changes. They switches to a back four. Their physicality in the midfield increases, the intensity increases, and then we just crumble, just like we've done so many times this season. Teams are now feeding off the fact that we're not as controlled as we used to be, and that's just the sad reality. And the honest truth is that this problem has been there since August, and it is now February, and it is still happening. That's why I keep saying this is not an individual issue. You can blame the players all you want, but that's not the problem. The real problem is that we need to be better as a collective. That is the Manchester City way. Our success has been built on control, structure, and just collectiveness as a unit, not individual players carrying us. Like you have the occasional KDB carry, the occasional Foden carry here and there, Haaland too, but the reality is that we've always relied on our system. That's what has made us so successful in recent years. The sooner we can regain our identity, the better for us, because we definitely still need silverware this season. Me, I personally remove my mind from the Premier League because not because I think we're a bad team, but because I don't think we can be consistent enough to win the remaining 14 games and actually challenge Arsenal for this title. But I do believe that we can either win something in the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, or maybe even the Champions League. I definitely think that is very much possible. The Premier League is definitely still not out of sight, but I just think a realistic expectation for us is to just target winning silverware in any one of those other fields, because the Premier League just requires consistency, a consistent run of games, and I just think Manchester City cannot deliver it at the moment. But let's see. Like, we actually still need to gauge and watch how it goes. But at the moment, this is our main problem. Now, I want to give credit where credit is due. First, I want to give a huge shout out to Donnarumma. I think his performance against Spurs and his performances for us in general have been very, very good. He's proven why he's been awarded the best goalkeeper in the world. He's made a lot of crucial saves, and for a goalkeeper that has been criticized a lot for his ball playing, he's actually not that bad with his feet. I think he's been very solid with the ball at his feet for us. He's barely made any mistakes, and that's giving the team more confidence, if I'm being honest. Like, you can see that they trust him and they try to give him the ball when they feel like they're under pressure. And I don't think he's made any mistakes, so I think he's been a really good signing for us. I also want to shout out Kusanov and Gueye. I think both of them are a very, very formidable partnership that we're going to see blossom very, very soon. Both of them are strong, aggressive, and they complement each other very, very well. That's another thing I've noticed. Against Spurs, I think the team structure and mentality in the second half really let them down, and also some poor officiating that we've been getting used to from Premier League referees. Very, very inconsistent, and it's actually becoming very, very disgusting to watch. Like, they don't even have shame anymore. But anyways, we're watching. For the second goal, could they have done better? Probably. But I also think O'Reilly and Gonzalez could have been more aggressive to get to the ball, because Conor Gallagher looked like he clearly wanted it more. But anyways, I think Guehi and Kusanov dealt it a lot of things that came their way really well, and I'm very excited to see how this duo progresses. And finally, we have to talk about Ryan Cherky. This guy is genuinely the best Premier League signing from last summer, in my opinion. Baller. This guy is absolutely ridiculous. Another beautiful goal against Spurs, and I think he was having a really good game before he picked up that knock. It was impacting everything. Completely embarrassed Romero and Dragusin. I wish he scored that goal. I can't even lie. It would have been beautiful. I just think he's having a very, very good season for us. That's now 21 goals and assists in all competitions this season. He has the most GA of any new signing in the Premier League this season, and we're not even done yet. The scary part is this guy is just 22. I genuinely don't think he's even reached the peak of his powers yet. Cherky has been one of the most impactful players in what has been a very inconsistent season for Manchester City. He's one of the only players in that City side that can pull something out of nothing, and you cannot overstate how important it is to have players like that. You can already see the bond forming between him and Pep. Pep clearly trusts him, and he clearly sees what the guy can become. I just hope Pep can work on him more before he has to leave. In fact, I hope Pep can stay at City for one more season so he can continue to just groom him, because I genuinely can't wait to see the impact he's going to have over this team in the next few years. But yeah, that's my take on Manchester City's recent performances and our biggest problems right now. I just think we need to work on just being a more consistent side and working together as a team like we used to in the past. But yeah, let me know if you guys want me to make more videos like this, because I think I just need to give you guys more in-depth knowledge about some particular things and particular teams and what problems they are struggling with. I'm doing Manchester City right now because I just feel like this one hits close to home, and it's hurting me a lot. Yesterday's game really hurts me, and I just feel like I need to talk about why we are performing like this. Hopefully we can get better soon. I think we're actually building something. We're actually building something. It's going to take some time because it's not easy to build a formidable side. We've done it before, and now we're trying to do it again. So it's actually not easy. But I just hope we get to where we need to be. I think we will. I definitely think we will. So let me know what you guys think about this video in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow MFT on all platforms. Made for this sports. Appreciate you guys, and see you in the next video.